Hi and welcome to the Malat cookery channel. So today I'm making basic garlic bread. Okay, so I'm doing more testing on our pizza oven. Thought I'd make some pizzas, obviously to test the oven out, but also some garlic bread. This is a slight variation on the garlic bread recipe that already exists on the Malat YouTube channel. It's absolutely delicious. Again, it's just a slight variation, but I hope you'll like it. As usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video, so let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So the ingredients for this recipe, and this will do enough for about 6 decent sized garlic breads. Got 700 grams of strong bread flour, 2 7-gram sachets, so 14 grams of fast action dried yeast. For the actual dough itself, got 15 grams of garlic powder, not fresh garlic. Fresh garlic tends to be too bitter for this type of recipe. I've got a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and the reason for so much sugar is it just takes a little bit of bitterness off the actual garlic powder. And I'm going to be using, I've got 1 heaped teaspoon of parsley. I'm just going to be using half of that for the dough and the other half for the butter itself. For the actual butter, I'm going to be using about 125 grams of slightly salted butter, 10 grams of garlic powder, and as I said, half of the heaped teaspoon of parsley. So we're also going to need roughly about 500 millilitres of a lukewarm liquid, and this is made up of 250 millilitres of warm water and 250 millilitres of cold milk. So first thing we do is we add all of our dry ingredients into the bowl, the mixing bowl, and I'm using a food mixer with a dough hook for this particular recipe. So in here I've obviously got the 700 grams of bread flour, the 14 grams of fast action dried yeast, 15 grams of the garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and half of the parsley. So next thing, I'm going to be adding our liquid a little bit at a time with the machine on a medium speed setting, and just to assess it, we want quite a hydrated dough for this. We may need a little bit more liquid, we may need a little bit less. We'll just have to obviously assess it as we go, and then I'm going to leave the machine on a slightly higher speed setting for about 15 minutes just to get this dough really well kneaded. That way we'll have a nice finished garlic bread with a lot of elasticity in the bread itself. Okay, so that's our dough. It actually took 550 millilitres of liquid, so a little bit more than I thought. Lightly oiled bowl, shaped and placed the dough into there. I've just put a little bit of olive oil over the top of the dough as well, just in case it rises too much and sticks to the food wrap. As you can see, I've covered it with food wrap, and we're just going to wait now for this to double in size. It's quite a warm day today, so that's not going to take very long, I hope. Probably about 40 minutes. Okay, so our garlic bread dough has doubled in size. I've prepared this tray, lightly greased it and floured as well. I'm going to take the dough, weigh it, divide it into 8 equal parts, form them into nice balls, and then place them into this tray. Cover them with a clean tea towel, and then allow a second proofing for about 30 minutes. So that's our dough divided up. I was actually given new instructions, so the family now want larger garlic breads rather than small ones, so I've divided the dough into 6. As I said, I'm going to place a clean tea towel over the top, and these are going to proof for the second time for 30 minutes. There are lots of different ways of doing pizza dough or garlic bread dough. I much prefer the extended proofing method where we place it into the fridge. However, this is just a really quick method if you haven't got the time or you haven't pre-planned enough. So once these are proofed the second time, we'll come back and we'll start making the garlic bread. So once we've got our dough and it's shaped onto the pizza peel, then just add your garlic butter over the top, and I normally leave about 1 centimetre of dough around the edge, free from either the garlic butter or, if I'm making pizza, the red sauce. So once you've covered the dough with the garlic butter, if you're using a conventional oven, then try and get the oven as hot as you can, so about 220 degrees centigrade, and place the garlic bread towards the top of that hot preheated oven. If you've been following the Malat cookery channel and you've built your own pizza oven, then use that instead. So I'm just going to push that fire now to the back of the pizza oven, clean the floor, and then we'll start cooking. Absolutely delicious. So there you go, homemade garlic bread, absolutely delicious. Even better if it's cooked in your own homemade pizza oven. If you are interested in making a pizza oven from a Pilates gym ball template, then follow the channel, subscribe, have a look at those build videos. They are in the playlist. Relatively inexpensive, a lot less expensive than actually buying one from a manufacturer, and as far as I'm concerned, a lot more fun as well. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching.